Hi there, it's Shell, and I think we are going to get to finish up our journal. So, and if you're just joining me, this is like a sample journal. So I will put in like samples of ephemera, such as paper clips, pockets, things like that. So, this is what the cover looks like after it dried. And I don't think it looks horrible. I think it's really kind of cute. Here's the back. There are some white splotches, and I do have an idea for those. And then our cover, our spine, and I have an idea for that. So what I did is I went ahead today and I went ahead and just went around the outer edge on the inside so that you guys didn't have to watch paint dry one more time. And it was kind of ready to go. So I pulled a couple of 12 by 12 papers, and I think I've kind of decided on these. I did have this book, and you know, there was a couple that I thought might go, like maybe that one. So let's kind of look. But I don't know, I really like this one better. So that's probably what I'm going to go with. I have another book like this somewhere, and for the life of me, I could not find it. So I think I'm going to go with the pink roses. When I purchased these pink roses, I must have really liked them because I have a lot of them. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just grab my pencil, oops, sorry, and put a little mark there. So let me grab a pencil or a pen. And I have this little black one, so I'm just going to kind of place it where I want it to be. And I just want a little bit of my, you know, the outside kind of showing. And I'm just going to kind of place it. Some of these you can kind of slide in your paper. And that's what I was kind of aiming for. But I think that will work pretty well. So I'm going to cut it here just on the inside of that line, and then I'm going to put a little mark here. And I'll cut that. And I'm going to cut both of them the same. And hopefully not mess up. Okay, so I'm going to put this out of the way for now. And we're going to bring our cutter up here. And I have to find which one I put my splotches on. There they are. Okay, I can just vaguely see that. I'm just going to line them up and just make sure that it lines up right there. Needs to go over just a hair. And then I'm going to turn it and cut it off where I have it marked right there. So, okay. And I think that's all the cutting we have to do, and hopefully it will be correct. So, kind of slide this one in here and just see how far I can kind of get it. Just kind of line it up, you know, so that it looks nice. And I'm going to go ahead and just glue it down. Again, I am using Art Glitter Glue, and I love this glue. You know, it does say glitter, but there's no glitter in here, and it does dry clear for those of you who are not familiar with this. What it was is the designer wanted a glue that would work on sequins and glitter, and so she designed this, and so she called it Art Glitter Glue. So if you're looking for this, you can go directly to their website, or you can order it off Amazon, which I order both places, you know. But if you're looking for a link to this, I do have it in my Amazon description, which is in the details of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put this here, and then I'm going to go ahead just around the edges, I think, of my paper. I do want it to lay down really nicely and not have like anything popping up. And I think I'm going to just kind of leave it where it is and try to kind of maneuver around it, because I have it kind of slid in there nicely, and if I can make it work, I think it'll be fine, you know. Okay, I could put my ATG there, but I think I'm just going to use this glue. Just kind of put it a little bit closer than what I normally would. And hopefully it will be, you know, nice and glued down. And I'm just going to slide that into place. And that looks pretty good. And I'm just going to let this dry before I kind of bend it, because I don't want it to kind of come unglued or anything. And I've heard if you just kind of leave like book, oops, I guess I didn't gesso that very well. Leave like book covers and stuff, you glue them and kind of let them dry. They actually do better. Okay, and I'm going to flip this one over here and do the exact same thing. If I can slide it up in there enough. Okay, come on, you can get it in there just a little bit further. So it's a little uneven. Okay, I think that's going to work okay. So let's go ahead and put glue on it. So I hope you guys are doing well today. Today is Monday, and Clinton my hubby had to go do some jobs in Cortez, and I woke up to skunk smell again. And, you know, somebody mentioned that mothballs would help get rid of skunks. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm considering anything. We really thought that he had gotten hit, our skunk, at the road, because there was a skunk dead. And I don't think we were that lucky. I know that's horrible to say, but, you know, skunk smell is not fun. Especially when it wakes you up like at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, and I just had that headache, and I have like neck issues, And when I get like a neck ache, it kind of wraps around my head and makes it into a migraine. And it's just kind of miserable. So I rested this morning, and he went to work, and you know, I wrote a list of things I need to get done because, you know, I planned on doing a couple of videos, and I didn't get anything done. So I got like 3 things done, but you know, on my list, I put all the things on my list, like send Clint a grocery list, because when he goes to town by himself, he'll stop by and pick up groceries and stuff. And so I put that on my list. I was able to mark that off. And one thing I always put on my list is a nap, because I know if I don't get anything else done for the day, most likely I will get my nap in. Oh, you guys thought I was crazy before. So I told Clint that. I said I made sure and wrote my nap down. So, but you know, I mean, I don't get a nap every day, but today I just felt horrible and kind of like I had the flu or something, because my neck just hurts. But it kind of wrinkled right here, and I don't know if that's from not letting it really dry well or not. You know, I'm not going to let it bother me, of course, but the other side looks pretty good. So I might try to squeeze some more glue in here. And my paint is kind of popping off. One thing I did not do to the paint is seal it with Mod Podge. So I may have to come back and do that. You know. So I think we're going to call that good. Let me grab my, oops, sorry. I didn't mean to kick ya. Okay. So I thought about, you know, darkening the white parts with a little bit of distress ink. So I just to kind of blend them in a little bit more. And yeah, over time it might kind of smudge off, but it won't seem so bright and, you know, kind of eye-catching. Like, wow, that's white, you know. One thing I thought about doing is, if you guys have watched Miss Gayle Agostinelli, sometimes on top of Mod Podge, she will like do a sand paper or something. And I thought of that, but then I was kind of afraid that I would mess up the paint underneath. And you guys know how I kind of mess with that. Oh, I tell you guys. So I thought better safe than sorry. I did want to tell you guys that if you have placed an order or wanted to be on the list for the ink blenders, Clint has cut out the main part of them, and we'll start carving them and stuff this week. So I'm hoping to have a couple of you guys with your ink blenders by the weekend or early next week. So he's trying to just work on them through the end of March, and usually we get so busy right after that. So he said he probably won't do any more, like any huge amount of them, until next winter. So just so you guys know. So if you want anything, then get on the list now. And you can email me for more information, the prices and stuff, if you're interested. So that looks horrible. Why didn't you guys tell me? I can see that. I just looked into the camera, and all of a sudden I saw big old yellow splotches. That's what it looks like on camera. It doesn't look that bad here, but I know you guys noticed that. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious, huh? Okay. So, I don't know if that worked or not. I think it looks better since I rubbed some of it off. But I might come back and just wipe it down with a wet paper towel or something. Let me look at the front and see how horrible that looks. The good thing is it's has the Mod Podge on it, so it's able to. You know what? I'm gonna go grab a wet paper towel or a baby wipe or something so I can kind of clean that up. And I will be right back. Okay, sorry guys, I forgot what I was doing. I forgot to hit the button and turn it back on. So I don't remember where I was when I turned the button off, but I did this lace and I really like it on here. And I was thinking, you know, about using these laces, but they were really white, so I went ahead and kind of put some dye on them, and I think I'm gonna like that a lot. What I'm thinking about is this. Is that too white now? Oh, decisions. I just used some vintage photo ink and colored these. They're still a little bit damp, but I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get it fairly straight here and put this lace on. And again, I am just using the art glitter glue. I find that works for a lot of things, and if for some reason it doesn't work, I will go back and get like my E6000 or something like that that I have in my stash, if I can find it. Okay. So I'm just going to let that kind of dry. I wanted to kind of tuck it underneath that. I like how it looks though now with the, since I kind of toned it down and it wasn't so white. And this is kind of a cream color, but now it really looks white, huh? So I'm going to do that on this side as well. We'll see how it works out. So yeah, I was just jabbering to you guys, and I don't know what I was saying. And I looked over, and I had forgotten to turn the video back on. I imagine it was when I went to grab a paper towel and wipe off all that horrible distress ink. So I wiped all of that off. So I figure the white looks better than big old swatches of paint. So, okay, let's see. Ooh, I'm really liking that. What do you guys think? Okay, so I'm going to let this dry for a few minutes and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so forgot to turn it on. I was talking to myself for 30 minutes. I don't know, it wasn't that long, but, and then my camera messed up, so it's just one of those things. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just glue this lace down. I thought about, just want to kind of try to stay in, but I thought about you know, adding some color to it, but I'm not sure I will. I'm just kind of gluing, but if I decide to, I can always come back with my distress ink later and glue that down. So So we are making homemade sloppy joes. You know, it's just my husband and I, but we just like down-home food. And we've been watching this one channel, and they make like homemade hamburger buns and stuff like that. And we do a lot of things. You know, we do a lot of things from scratch. And so we need to make some hamburger buns this afternoon and see how it's going to turn out. That'll be kind of fun. And it looks like a pretty simple recipe. Clint and I both like to cook. So probably make them together. And we try to do like homemade things, you know, things made from scratch, because we do live, you know, 25 miles from town, so you can't really eat out very often. And when we do work, we eat out a lot, because when you're driving everywhere, and you know, it's just hard to take your own lunch and eat in the car, or you know, sometimes we do take our lunches and eat like in a park or something, but we eat out enough, I guess is what I'm trying to say, while we're working. So we try not to do that unless we're working. Because sometimes when you're driving all the time, you just kind of want to go into a restaurant, or, you know, kind of take a break. I'm just putting it now on the lace, just to make sure they all hopefully will lay down right, and hopefully we'll have enough of a kind of stick well. So Daddy's little Bubba, I don't know if I told you guys this, but Daddy's outside working on the tractor, which is my husband Clint, and his little Bubba does not like it when Daddy's not seeable. If he can't see him, he gets sad. So that's who's crying in the background. And if he just looked out the window, he could see him, but you know. Can't tell a cat anything. Oh yeah, so he's almost done out there though, so I'm just trying to hold this down. Sometimes you have to hold down the art glitter glue. It does dry pretty quick, but sometimes it kind of takes a minute, and then it gets tacky, and then it'll, you know, kind of do a better job once it's a little bit tacky. Come on, my hands are grimy, so my finger keeps popping up. Okay, and when this is done, I'm going to look at it, but I think we might be done with the cover. Let's see how it looks. This side has done really well. I'll still need to trim it just a little bit, you know, right here, but I think that looks pretty good. This side looks like it's attached pretty well. Let's see what I want to do here. I think I'm just going to trim this as close as I can get. Looks pretty good. And same on this side. Nice. I like it. I really like how it's coming together. You know, I don't mind the really bright white, but if that does bother me, you know, at a future time I can do that. I thought about putting like some rose or something, but I think right now I'm just going to leave it and see what I want to do, you know, later. And we're going to grab our pages and pop those in. So let me gather those and I'll be right back. Okay, so I pulled my pages that we've already done, and sorry, Clint started the tractor, and we're gonna put them in here. You know, my thought was to go ahead and maybe, trying to figure this out. My thought was to go ahead and maybe put like a label or something on these, but I haven't really decided what kind of label I want to put on here. So I think I'm just going to leave them blank for now, because and I'll show you my pages in a second, but when I was doing my pages, you know, I kind of mixed and matched them up with like the paper clips and stuff, and I had thought about like labeling this one paper clips, and then, you know, behind it could be like all the paper clips, but I don't really have it, you know, lined up that way. And then I thought, well, maybe I could do it per month, because we made a lot of these in the last month, so I could, you know, like label them. See if I can get these to work. Okay, good. It's a little off, but I think it'll work fine. I know I probably don't need to cut them or close them every time, but let's put like we'll just put those there for now. And then I want to go ahead and move this one just because it's so close in color to that one. So we'll just pop this one here. And then maybe we'll put like, well, I have pockets here, and then I have like a tag here. Pocket. That's why I was thinking what am I thinking? The tabs and stuff wouldn't really correspond. So I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with that. But I was looking too at them, and I like how, sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing. I like how I have empty spaces. So if I wanted to, I could write a note here and kind of point to whatever I'm doing, or, you know, maybe put like a little card or something that corresponds with, you know, maybe, I was thinking like maybe this one right here, you know, it's just a torn kind of pocket with a little pocket, and I was thinking, you know, I could just put maybe, I used music paper on the front with a layer of coffee dye paper on the back, and then I tore around it, you know, something like that, just to remind myself what's on the back, that kind of thing. So that's another idea. Or even, you know, like this one, I could maybe put like a note on the inside, maybe a, you know, a tag or something. I think maybe something like that would work. So anyways, all these things are going through my head. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, but right now, we're just going to look at our fun book, and hopefully I'll still have some room left. Sorry, they're a little tight. And that's kind of how it's going to look. How fun is that? And, you know, I'll just put this up on a shelf. I have tons of room in here. So instead of filling up my green book that I've been working on, I can just put this on a shelf. Whenever I'm working on a journal, I can, you know, kind of flip through here and look at the different ideas. You know, ooh, I remember that one. I want to make that one to put in my next journal. Or, you know, it just gives you some ideas. So I think it turned out pretty cute. So you guys will have to let me know what you think below, if this is something you intend to do, and, you know, what you would do with the dividers, because like I said, I'm still kind of up in the air with them. But, and I'll probably, you know, just store the other dividers that came with this either in here or in another place in my junk, or in my junk room. Sorry, Clint just got a text. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Again, I will, you know, just throw those dividers so I can use them at another time. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all of your fun comments. I hope you give this a try. I hope it inspired you to make a little sample book of your own. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. Oh, but first, be sure and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video. You guys have a wonderful day.